Welcome, guys. It's your boy, Cy Satellite. We are here on the road. We have left the studios in Waldorf, the Southern Maryland Showroom Studios, and we are in Leonardtown with our guy, James Adkins, here at Leonardtown Ford. Today, we're going to try something a little different. We're going to shoot on one of these beautiful Ford Expeditions he has. I want to take time. James, thank you for having us. We appreciate you letting us come take some of your time out of the day. Real quick, why don't you introduce to our studio friends who you are and let them know who you are and who we are.
Absolutely. How you doing, guys? I'm James Adkins, the general manager here at Leonardtown Ford, here in Leonardtown, Maryland.
We appreciate, again, anytime any of our stores take the time out to let us do some fun, special stuff like this. I know this is a little bit out of the normal for you, but one thing I've heard about you, and it's very prevalent especially when you look at your logo. Your logo, your Leonardtown logo, is something unique that none of the other stores has, and that is a racing flag, a checkered flag that I've spotted underneath. So that leads me to believe that you are somehow wrapped up and involved in racing.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your roots in racing, and then we'll dive into how that ties into your store.
So my roots in racing goes back to, in the late 80s, started go-kart racing, and then I got into stock car racing I had stock car race for 20 years. We ran local here at Potomac Speedway, and then we did some racing up and down the East Coast. So definitely, enjoyed racing. Racing's in my blood. And then as I stopped racing, I continued on with being involved in the local racing with the drivers and the racetracks.
So, how big is the scene here in Maryland? Like, a lot of people may be unaware of how, like, we have significant amount of racing going on here in Maryland, not just drag racing.
That's correct. Stock car racing is really big here in Southern Maryland and in the surrounding areas. Potomac Speedway here being local here to our dealership is really big for us. So I do support that speedway and a lot of the drivers at that racetrack. And it carries on because a lot of people come to that racetrack from all over up and down the East Coast and race on a weekly basis.
So, and let's tie that into, how do you utilize your connections from being involved in that, sponsoring people, getting to know those people on a more personal note, and how has that translated into success here at the dealership? Your numbers are always good. We like to, give kudos to those guys. James, you always do well. So how has that helped out here at the Leonardtown store?
It's really helped out, because people in the racing community are really loyal. The loyal people, and then just being involved in the community, even if it's outside of racing. But racing, all the people that are involved and love the sport, they support Leonardtown Ford. So it's really good, and it's really helped us out since I came here to the store, and it's just built a huge success for all of us.
So you say you do sponsors. What does that entail? What does a sponsorship entail for somebody who may be interested and may be looking to communicate with you about something like that?
So sponsorship, obviously it's money involved. Giving money to the speedway. They put banners up and signs up everywhere. They mention your name, several times during the night. And I sponsor a lot of drivers, and they have our name on their race cars. And it's just when you see that, and it's actually out there on the pictures on social media, from Instagram to X to Facebook is really, really big. It just works.
So it seems like a lifestyle, right? Once you get involved in it, and the dealership, and again, to date myself, I've been working in the dealership for about 20 plus years. So it becomes a lifestyle. Racing seems like a lifestyle as well. Do some of those people who you meet or that are a part of your racing life also a part of your sales life here? Like, do some of the races work for us here, or is that intertwined into maybe some of the shop guys or anything like that?
I don't have anybody that actually I raced with over the years or with racing. They don't work here at the dealership. But still they're into that automotive side, but they have their own livelihoods and things of that nature. But when it comes to needing a vehicle, transportation, or whatever, they always come see James Adkins.
James Adkins. I mean, again, you did really well with the La Plata store, right? And I know they challenged you here. You came here, you knocked it out the box. You got this store doing really well. Again, kudos to you, brother.
Thank you.
Um, would you advise this type of interaction to any of the other managers who may I mean, again, you go all out, man. The racing logo says a lot. Like, that's big. Like, I immediately was like, wow, he's got checker flag. This guy really is into his racing. Would you advise like being interactive in some type of sports or racing, whatever it is, as a store manager? Would you advise other store managers to kind of follow lead and get involved?
Absolutely. I mean, sports, everybody's involved in some type of sport of something. If you talk to, 10 people, every one of them will tell you to some type of sport that they're involved in. So, what is so great with us with the racing thing or whatever is the checker flag means what? Means winning.
He's winning.
And that is our goal, is to win. So not only does the dealership win, but our customers win as well. So I've really I'd love to challenge the other general managers in our organization to pick up on something like that, whether it be racing or a different sport.
Absolutely. And James, being somebody with a lot of experience, like you said, you've been in it for a long time. If someone was looking to I know as a kid, I had like dreams of aspirations of becoming like some kind of drag racing superstar, but life got in the way. But as for somebody, for some kids out there who are like serious and who want to get their dad involved, or like, what kind of advice would you give to a young person looking at going up the road and like trying to challenge, become a racer? Like, that's a big dream for a lot of people, especially with the big presence that racing has in Maryland. What advice would you give to somebody looking to get involved?
So someone that's looking to get involved or get their kid and their kid wants to get into racing. I mean, Potomac Speedway, they have a class called the Juice Box class. They have kids as young as 3 years old.
Wow.
Where they have these races during intermission. That they have these racers, and we always call them the up and coming racers. There's generations of kids that are actually, going up through Juice Box and then going up through the classes of racing. And I just joined forces with King George Speedway. It's a go-kart racetrack in King George, Virginia. I sponsor them on a winter series they did last year, and then we just joined with them for their summer series. So that's pretty exciting.
So getting involved with the youth, how would you like to see, like, what would you like to see the progression be here? Like, is there anything you feel as though we need that we're missing, or are things moving along at a pace that you feel like is good for the sport?
Yeah, I think things are moving along great. I mean, in the sport is anything, just like anything in life, in today's world, everything is expensive.
Yeah.
So expenses are really big right now, in the sport. And it makes it hard on, a guy that is a 9 to 5 worker or, 10, 12-hour day worker. I mean, it's really tough because not only after work, then you got to spend hours of, working on your race car and things of that nature if you want to run up front. So it's a lot of dedication. So I kind of relate that to our business. So in that sport, if you want to win, you got to dedicate, you got to have hard work, dedication, and at the end, you're going to win if you put those two together.
So with all that being said, what do you see is the next move for integration for your store and your team? What's the next step? What's your next big thing? You got anything coming up on the horizon that you want to let people know about? Any events that you want to promote here while we got a chance to reach out to our guests?
Yeah, absolutely. This coming up August 15th and 16th, we have the Wood Brothers NASCAR car that's going to be here on Friday. And Saturday they'll be here for from 11 to 6 on Friday and 11 to 6 on Saturday, August 15th and 16th. So, please bring out your kids and everybody and come out. We'll have music and food, and I mean it's going to be a great time.
So James, I want to say thank you for just taking the time out of your day. The last time I was here at this store, I was doing a DX, and it was probably, I don't say 2009.
Mhm.
And you've definitely turned the store around. It looks great on the inside. Just want to tell everyone to come down, check out Leonardtown Ford. It is a great spot. It's maybe a small spot, but I tell you what, there's a lot of knowledge and there's a lot of passion here. The staff is super friendly. As soon as we walked in there, those guys were just pleasant people. Again, you can't go wrong but by giving it a look. If you're thinking about a new car, thank you for allowing us to use this very fancy, very posh Ford Expedition that we're sitting. It's like literally sitting in somebody's living room, guys. This is the middle row. There's a row behind us, and there's a row in front of us. And if you saw the front row, it looks like a NASA spaceship. But again, thank you, James, for having us. And we hope you enjoyed doing a podcast with us.
Absolutely.
We'll see you guys next time on the Southern Maryland Showroom.